Hi, welcome. Once again, I want to do a little update on the notebook for students who want to make sure that everything is in order. So here we are in the human body systems. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can pause, and then I'll zoom back out. Zoom in, focus up, and you can go ahead and pause. So this will update your table of contents, and actually it's going to update it through Tuesday, because this is what we're going to be doing on Tuesday, finishing up our lecture series on all the structures and functions in the human body systems. And you'll see that as we go through the notebook. So go ahead and pause and get everything written down. And I'm going to zoom out so that you can see what you need to see here. All right, so we've got the cover page and the table of contents. And I know I've run through this with you a couple of times. We have the RAN approach for an article that we read about childhood obesity. And so this one has certain columns laid out for responding, and I think most of you've got that. On the back side of the RAN, I went ahead and put the article, so we made a pocket page here, and this is page 104. The article on the effects of childhood obesity goes in that pocket right there. This page is reserved. We're going to do some stuff with vocabulary review on this page, so our vocab is going to be going on page 105, but other than having a title, you don't need anything else right now. This was the article on 5 major organs. We had a representation of the different organs that where it said to sketch the 5 organs discussed and summarize or list some of the effects of obesity on these organs. So under this piece, there may be some notes that you might have taken in class, but then the article is there for you, so I went ahead and attached. We have that interaction, the article, and some notes that you took while you were reading. So we're going to go ahead and turn the page. Here's where we started notes on the reproductive system, and so you should have a fold out. You should have, I went ahead and made this into like a page inside, and so all the way through labor and birth, notes on the reproductive system. This is from the 11th, and then we had a chart where you actually drew it, but I typed it up so it'd be neat so you could see what it was on the steps of the fetal development. So I'll go ahead and kind of zoom in on that for a second. You can pause if you need to get any of that information down, then you can do so. Okay, going back. Here you have the quiz on STD IQ. It was a true or false quiz that we took before and after we watched the video on HIV and AIDS, and then a couple of videos on different STDs and their risk factors. So here should be your notes on HIV. And you had a video guide there. So then turning the page, we have a pocket page here. So page 112 is a pocket page. And like I said before, page numbers aren't that big of a deal. For me, it just helps things go smoother. But in this pocket page, it's a little bit different because you have 2 papers. So we're putting the contraceptives information and the worksheet. So you got a double-sided page that had all the information about contraceptives, and you're supposed to go through with this worksheet and find what information you needed. And we have yet to review that in class. We just have been going through the human body system stuff, so we need to go back and take a look at this. But yours was front and back. Mine ended up being 2 pages. We've got birth control methods and different types of birth control, and then kind of pick through and find the information. And if there's something that is missing that's not on here, you can talk to your parents. That's a good conversation to have, or you can look, in the online resources. Just be careful about searching. You want to make sure that you stay with really professional, educational websites. And then on this side, we have In the Womb. It was a National Geographic video. And so you have the notes, and you should have a flow chart for that here. And I'll see if I can get a picture uploaded in here. Left it on the board. I know we got it started, and so you can come back to this. We were finishing up this on Friday, actually, some of our makeup work. Okay, moving on. The first set of notes on the human body system. So I went ahead and sketched my body sketch that you were assigned to do a body sketch of the systems that were covered in the notes. So on, well, I don't know if it was, I think it was Wednesday, was the 20th. We took notes in class. Our essential question is, what are the structures in each of the 11 body systems and how do they function to maintain homeostasis? Homeostasis being what we talked about, the same status, inside status. So your body needs to maintain a stable environment internally, and how that happens is through all the functions of the body system. So we took notes. This is a fold out. There's a PowerPoint that goes with it, but this should just be glued in. This back side is blank. This should be glued in on the right hand side, opposite from a body sketch where you included the integumentary system, skeletal system, and muscle systems. I just had examples of each represented there, so draw part or portion of the system as it is in the body, just as a representation, so I can be thinking about it as I look at the notes. So I've got skin and hair, ribs, and then I've got some skeletal muscles there. Turn in the page. Our second set of notes, which covered the digestive system, the nervous system, and the respiratory system, and I've got those represented here in my drawing, the digestive, the nervous, and the respiratory system. So here's, again, I said sketch the main organs or a representative portion of the systems included in the notes. So we're calling this body sketch number 2. This is the second set of notes, and this is what we just finished up on Friday. And I used the same essential question, actually shortened it for Tuesday, which you'll see. I'm going to actually put it up for you so you can make sure that you're prepared and ready ahead of time. So this is the one we're going to be getting on Tuesday. We're going to be covering the cardiovascular system, blood, which is a connective tissue, but it's part of the cardiovascular system, the lymphatic and immune system and how that works together, endocrine system with all your glands, and the urinary system. So we're covering 4 systems. And then here I have a sketch of the main organs, or a representation thereof, for the cardiovascular, lymphatic, endocrine, and urinary systems there. And then just a peek, a little glimpse of what is coming beyond Monday, or I'm sorry, not Monday, Tuesday. So beyond Tuesday. So anyhow, that should get you all caught up. Thanks for taking the time. Bye, guys. Okay. So just one little added thing is this, which is supposed to go on the in the womb. This would be in the notes. It talks about create a flow chart for the events of birth. So in the womb notes, and this would be at the end of it. And I went ahead and finished it up because we don't have that much time in class. So all of the terms that you're required to use are circled for you. So we've got oxytocin up here. Oxytocin causes the contractions. That is the uterus. It causes it to squeeze. That is called the first stage of labor. This is when the cervix opens. If this process fails, there is medical intervention. Or if the second stage fails, there's medical intervention as well. So we're going to I kind of connected these thoughts here with this flow chart. So first stage of labor, cervix is opening. That opens to 10 centimeters. The second stage of labor, that's when the baby moves through the vagina. This is called delivery. If delivery or if the cervix opening fails, and it's putting the baby in distress, usually they will call for an operation called a cesarean section. And so they will actually cut through the abdomen into the uterus and deliver the baby that way. And then the third stage of labor is when the placenta and the amniotic sac actually has to be delivered as well. And so that would finish out the flow chart for you, just so you've got that information. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Bye.